Hello, friends, and welcome back to my kitchen. First, take 5 eggs and break them into a large bowl. Then add 1 teaspoon of salt to the eggs. Today, I'm excited to share a recipe of potato and ground beef casserole topped with vibrant vegetable garnish. And whisk the eggs until everything is nicely blended. Set this aside. We'll come back to it soon. Now let's heat a generous drizzle of olive oil in a large frying pan. Here I have 3 pounds, or 1,300 grams, of potatoes that I cut into small, even cubes. Friends, please write in the comments, what country and city are you from? It's very nice to know that we can communicate all over the world. Add potatoes to the hot pan and let them fry until they reach a lovely golden brown. Friends, if you enjoy my content, subscribe to the channel to receive notifications about new similar recipes. As they cook, season the potatoes with 1 teaspoon of salt. And 1 teaspoon of black pepper. Giving them a good stir to ensure everything is evenly coated. Fry the potatoes until they're completely tender and cooked through. This will take a few minutes, so keep an eye on them and stir from time to time. When the potatoes are ready, transfer them into a large mixing bowl. Now, pour in the beaten eggs we prepared earlier. Gently mix until the eggs coat each piece of potato. This step will help bind everything when it bakes, creating a wonderfully satisfying texture. Next, take a baking dish lined with parchment paper and spoon about 2/3 of our potato and egg mixture into the bottom. Now add some olive oil to the pan. And once it's hot, add 1 pound or 450 grams of ground beef. We cook the beef until it's browned and starts to release its juices. If you have any questions about the recipe, write to me and I will answer as soon as I see it in the comments. While that cooks, finely chop 1 onion. Friends, I'd be happy if you could give this video a like, as it's the best reward from you. Add it to the pan once the beef is well browned. Then grate 2 cloves of garlic on a mini grater. Add them to the pan. For seasoning, add 1 teaspoon of salt, 1 teaspoon of black pepper, 1 teaspoon of oregano, and 1 teaspoon of paprika. Stir everything well to distribute the spices evenly. Let the mixture cook for about 10 minutes until all the flavors have mingled beautifully and the onions are softened. Now we'll assemble the casserole. With our potato base in the baking dish, we'll use a spoon to create a well in the center. This space will hold our delicious filling. Now, for an extra layer of flavor, we'll add pieces of cheddar cheese right on top of the beef. You can cut the cheese as shown in the video, so each slice will melt and give the casserole that irresistible, creamy texture. Finally, cover everything with the remaining third of our potato and egg mixture, pressing down gently to seal the edges. The dish is ready to go into the oven. Bake at 360 degrees Fahrenheit or 180 degrees Celsius for about 30 minutes. For the garnish, heat a bit of olive oil in a clean pan. First, take 1 peeled zucchini and chop it into small cubes. Add the zucchini to the pan and let it start to soften. Next, chop 1 onion. Add it to the zucchini once it's tender. Then finely chop 8 mushrooms. Add them to the pan. Stir everything well and let the mushrooms cook until they release their moisture and start to brown. Now finely chop 2 cloves of garlic. Add them to the mixture. Let that garlic infuse into the vegetables for a moment, giving everything a quick stir. Next, cut 1 bell pepper into small cubes. Add it to the pan, stir and cook just until the pepper softens, maintaining its bright color and slight crunch. For a final touch of freshness, finely chop a bunch of parsley. Add it into the mix. Then grate 2 ounces or 60 grams of Parmesan cheese. This cheese will add a bit of richness to our vegetables. Give it all one last mix. And our vegetable garnish is complete. Now it's time to check on our casserole. After 30 minutes, take it out of the oven and let it cool slightly before cutting into it. You'll see those beautiful layers of potatoes, beef, and cheese all held together perfectly. To serve, cut 2 generous slices and plate them alongside a portion of the vegetable garnish. The potatoes are golden and soft, the beef is flavorful, and the vegetables add a wonderful, colorful freshness. I hope you enjoy this dish as much as I do. It's a perfect meal for sharing, and I'm sure it will bring a smile to everyone around the table. But that's not all. I have a second, no less delicious recipe for you. Place 2 pounds or 900 grams of ground beef, crack 2 eggs right into the beef, and then add half a cup or 120 grams of breadcrumbs. This will help bind the roll, giving it a lovely texture. Next, pour in 3 fluid ounces or 100 milliliters of milk. Now for the spices, add 1 teaspoon of paprika, 1 teaspoon of dried garlic, 1 teaspoon of oregano. These spices will bring out a deep, warm flavor that enhances the meat perfectly. Now, with clean hands or a spoon, mix everything together thoroughly. We want a well-blended mixture here. With the eggs, milk, breadcrumbs, and spices evenly spread through the beef. Once it's well mixed, set it aside. Take a piece of parchment paper and place it on your work surface. Lay the beef mixture out on the paper, pressing it into a rectangular shape, about the size you'd like for your roll. This will be our base layer, ready for the flavorful filling. Now, grate 4 ounces or 120 grams of cheddar cheese. Spread it evenly over the meat. Cheese will melt and bind the ingredients together, adding a rich, creamy taste. Friends, I'd be happy if you could give this video a like, as it's the best reward from you. Pour a little olive oil into a frying pan, just enough to coat the base, and set it over medium heat. While the oil heats up, finely chop 1 onion. Add it to the pan. Let the onion cook until it softens and turns golden. This will take a few minutes. Now, grate 3 cloves of garlic on a mini grater. Add it to the pan. Stir the garlic into the onions and inhale the wonderful aroma. Next, finely chop 1 bell pepper. Add it to the pan. Finally, chop 6, 8 mushrooms, depending on their size. Add them in as well. Give everything a good stir and let it cook together for about 5 to 10 minutes, or until the vegetables are tender and their flavors have melted. Remove the pan from the heat and let it cool for a moment. Spoon the vegetable mixture over the cheese on your beef rectangle, spreading it evenly. Now, using the parchment paper to help, carefully roll the beef from one end to the other, like a jelly roll. Take your time to keep it tight but gentle, ensuring the filling stays inside. Next, lay out 2 packs of bacon strips on a cutting board, slightly overlapping them to form a large layer of bacon. Now, place the beef roll at one edge of the bacon layer and gently roll it so the bacon wraps around the beef. This will give our roll a beautiful, crispy crust. Take a baking sheet, cover it with foil, and place the roll on the sheet. Wrap the roll in foil, as shown in the video, to keep it moist while baking. Pop it into a preheated oven at 360 degrees Fahrenheit or 180 degrees Celsius and let it bake for about 1 hour. While our roll bakes, let's move on to the potato wedges. Start by cutting 5 or 6 potatoes into wedges. Place them in a large bowl. Now, grate 2 cloves of garlic. Add them to the potatoes. Drizzle 2 tablespoons of olive oil over the wedges, which will help them crisp up in the oven. For seasoning, add 1 teaspoon of salt, 1 teaspoon of black pepper, and 1 teaspoon of oregano. Finally, grate 2 ounces or 60 grams of Parmesan cheese. And sprinkle it over the potatoes. Give everything a good mix, ensuring each wedge is coated with oil, spices, and cheese. Place the wedges in a baking dish, spreading them out in an even layer. Put the dish in the oven alongside the roll and let them bake for about 40 minutes or until golden and crisp. Now, let's prepare a simple yet delicious glaze. In a small bowl, combine 3 tablespoons of ketchup, 1 teaspoon of mustard, 1 tablespoon of soy sauce, 1 tablespoon of grape vinegar, and 2 tablespoons of honey. Stir it all together until smooth. After the roll has baked for an hour, remove it from the oven. Carefully unwrap the foil and brush the glaze over the top and sides. This glaze adds a wonderful tang and sweetness. Return the roll to the oven, uncovered, for another 7 to 10 minutes. This helps the glaze set, giving it a beautiful color and sheen. Carefully slice the beef roll, revealing the beautiful layers of meat, cheese, and vegetables. Place a couple of slices on each plate. Check the potatoes as well. They should be ready, golden and fragrant, and add a generous serving of the Parmesan garlic potato wedges. To complete the meal, add some fresh cherry tomatoes and a few leaves of salad greens for color and a hint of freshness. I hope you enjoy these recipes as much as I do. It's perfect for a cozy family dinner or a gathering with friends. Thank you so much for joining me today. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up and consider subscribing to my channel for more delicious recipes. I can't wait to cook with you again soon. Happy cooking!